Hello everyone, this is Shankha, and in this video I'm going to talk about the factory design pattern. So factory design pattern is basically the creational design pattern. So again, creational design pattern means that in the design of the class or in the design of the system, we define how the objects would be created and when the objects would be created. So it's defined inside the design of the system. So factory pattern exposes a common interface and the client doesn't get to know the implementation details of the object returned. So the client makes a request for a particular type of an object, and the factory returns an object without giving the implementation details to the client. The client doesn't get to know how the object has been created or what are the implementation details for the class for which the object has been returned. An example of this is the calendar class of java.util package, and factory exposes an interface or an abstract class and lets the subclasses decide the type of objects to create, and then common features are added to the parent class. So let's demonstrate this with an example. Okay, so let's imagine we are working on a software, or we're trying to make a software for a car company, a company that produces cars, and we are trying to make models for the car class or the car entity. So let's first define an interface called vehicle, and let's create an abstract class called car. So car, and it implements vehicle. Car implements vehicle. So we're gonna have two attributes inside car: the number of tires and the mileage for the car. So the number of tires is always gonna remain 4. So let's define a constant: private final int, say number of tires equals to 4. And let's have another attribute, and let's have it as protected, say double mileage. Now let's have a getter for the number of cars. So I'm gonna say public int get number of tires, return number of tires. Now let's have an abstract method, and let's call it abstract void set mileage. So the mileage is going to be different for different classes. So the implementing classes would define their own mileage. So we are not going to define it inside car class. So we're going to have an abstract method and call it set mileage. And then we can have one more: public, say double get mileage. Method, and this would return mileage. Right, now let's have public constructor for this class public car, and we call set mileage inside the constructor, so that every time a car is created we make sure that the mileage for the car is set. So let's create a class and let's call it, say, Toyota, and let's have car as a super class for it. So we automatically get this set mileage method because it is an abstract method that we have defined here, and whichever class extends this class has to provide a body for this method. So let's say mileage equals to, say, 13.5. Right, let's have another class, another car, and let's call it Suzuki, and set the parent class for this car. Say we have 14.2 mileage equals to 14.2. Right, so now let's create a factory that produces objects of car type. So we call it car factory, and we're gonna have a static method inside this class called public static. It's gonna return a type of car, so we have public static car, and let's say get instance instance. Alright, let's define the type of cars that we have inside an enum. So let's first create an enum. And call it car type. Let's have two types, say Toyota and say Suzuki. Right, so this would take a car type, as an argument input, as a parameter, and let's put a switch, and let's switch on car type, and let's provide a case for Toyota. Let's return new Toyota. And let's provide another case for Suzuki and return new Suzuki. Right, that's our default. Let's say return null. Right now let's create a class to test this. Let's call it test, and let's have a main method inside this class, and say car equals to car factory dot get instance car type dot say Toyota. Let's print this. So we have car and number of tires equals to 4 and mileage equals to 13.5 that we had set inside Toyota. and let's print for Suzuki. So mileage equals to 14.2. Page settings at Suzuki. So what we are doing is we are just requesting for a type of car. We don't know what the implementations are. We are just requesting for a type of car using this get instance method of the car factory class, and it's giving us an object which is of type car, but we don't know how the object is created or what the implementation details are for this particular type of car. So that is how factory pattern works. We request for a certain type of object and we get back the object, but we don't know what the implementation details for that particular object is. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.